The strongest warrior OP-17 is out of control. It's a lot worse than I thought originally when this first came out, but I've been dead on that this is going to be the most goated set ever. It just proved me right with booster boxes going for $324, now $400. Probably going to get to $500 by the end of the year. Cases started off at $1,000 pre-order, now going for $5,000. And then this Rocks card literally just sold 2 days ago for $8,000, and they charged $5 for shipping. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on these updates like today. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to try to get these cards. Like, I'm going to buy the single packs. I can't even afford eBay right now. I can't afford cases. It's just, it's quadrupled what I thought it would do. And I've been spot on. That's why you guys need to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on this stuff. Thank you, Kryptonic Rocks 8245 for the comment. As always, guys, I will list you in a video if you comment on. So let's talk about this set really quick here. We got a couple things we need to go over when it comes to this set. I'm going to break down each of the cards and which ones that I did not expect the Rocks to be shooting up this much. And so I'm going to compare cards, where this is going, and then at the end of the video, this is my game plan for this week if you have not started yet. Because I originally was going to start hunting on Wednesday, but I moved this up to Monday, and I'm going every single day. I took the week off. After I saw those prices explode, I'm like, I gotta take the week off to try to get some cards because this is going to be insane. So let's take a look at the set right now, the sealed only. This does not accurately reflect what's going on because the cases right now, they say they're going for $4,000, but I have seen sales in the $5,000 range. So let's see, they say $9,000. So this is a little bit behind because the listings, you can see the listings off to the side, they're up to $4,700, even up to $5,000 a case. So this is a hard pass right now. We're going to have to get the singles in store, like online right now on eBay. You see these going for $14, $15 a pack right now, and they were going for $20. I think that this is going to stay like this. I don't think that Bandai overproduced this. It's going to be this normal rate that they have produced in the past. We got to wait till we get to OP-18 to talk about that release because they're expanding that. But as far as we know, unless we see out in the wild, they produce more packs, but this is the way to go. You can get these packs for $6 if you hit a target restock right away, but this stuff's gonna be scalped. It's insane what it's going for. I thought that this would start off strong, but it started off strong and it's going up, which is insane to me. So this Rocks card sold on the 20th for $8,000. We only have one sell of this, and I think that's what we're gonna see with a lot of these cards, is that Fist of Divine Speed was the #1 set in my eyes, but I said it in my previous video, yesterday's video, that I think this set's gonna be worth more in the future, and I was right. We'll see if these prices maintain. This will be our first video on this. Charlotte Linland, we've seen a couple sales of this. So we've seen 2 sales of Charlotte Linland here. We have listings for $3,500 right here. And let's see if this one is still active on this one. So you can get this one for $3,300 on TCG Player. And this one is gonna be brand new, but not worth it right now. I don't think, I'm interested to see, we'll come back to this video and see where prices are and where they compare. That's why we're doing this right now. I think this is the chase card in this set right here. I believe this should be worth $10,000. The Monkey D Luffy gold card is what I'm calling this. We only have one sell of $3,000, and then we have others listed for $22,900 or $2,500 right now. So I just see this is going to be the strong point, and then we are going to go down from here when it comes to these cards. And let's see, I do a Newgate. I did not expect, I thought this one would be $1,000, but $2,500, who is buying this? It was a recent sale on eBay for $2,500. We have listings right now for $2,500, but I've never seen this when it comes to One Piece. We have 4 rows of bangers right here. So we have this row's a banger, this row's a banger, that's 8 cards, that's 12 cards, that's 16 cards, right there that are over like $400 or $500. Anytime you get a set that has cards over $500, then it's a buy. It's a huge buy. Like, put everything you can. That's why I kept saying, I said, save your money, hold the line, wait till this comes out, and then take a week off. Take a week off from work. If you haven't requested, call in sick. I'm just kidding. Don't call in sick, but try to get off. If you had a boss like mine, you'd be like, take it off. You're not gonna get paid for it, but still. The Zoro cards, this is ridiculous. Let's talk about this. This is this is the second best card in the set because it is Zoro, and who doesn't love Zoro? We have listings. I see this going for under 1,000, but for me, this is my #1 chase in this set. Let me know down below, what is your chase card from this set? If you could only get one card, for me, it's the Zoro card. I love how they did this design, and I do think it's ultra valuable, but not everybody agrees with me. I guess everybody loves Rocks. What's up with that? What's up with the Rocks card? I knew Rocks was a popular character, but can somebody explain to me why this thing is just taking off? It's just one person that absolutely loves it and had to buy it for $8,000, because you would think that the gold Monkey D Luffy or the gold Shanks would be worth a little bit more. This is surprising because Shanks cards always hold their value. Shanks has always crushed it. And so it's surprising to me that this card didn't start off as strong as the other ones. We have one sell for, and then $1,700, and then somebody has it listed for $1,000. That's why I thought most of these cards would be at $1,000. That is insane to me. Stay tuned, guys. We're about to go over what I'm attacking the first couple days here. So from Target to Walmart, Nick's Sporting Goods has some secret hidden spots, so go check that out. And then we have this leader, or the super leader alternate art for $2,500. I called this the gold leader Luffy card. I thought maybe this card would be worth $500, but somebody paying $2,500 off the gate. I've never seen this. I haven't. In all my years, I've never seen this much hype with this set. And maybe it's probably my fault. I apologize, guys. It is my fault. I make these videos, but like, I'm informing everybody like, hey, this is the goated set. This is the best set ever created. I'll make an investment video here on this. This is the cash cow for everybody. What is this? A listing for $4,500? Are you kidding me? And then we got, if you look at this chart right here, we have 7,000, 15,000 for this card. Are you freaking kidding me? Thing is though, these might be justified because if they don't produce a lot of this set, which from everything I've heard from the distributors, they didn't produce a lot of these cards. So this is going to be insanely limited when the distribution stops, and it's just people that have cases on eBay. Then anybody can set the market at that point. And so do I think that this is shorting it? I don't. I just didn't expect it to start off this strong. And then Kaido going for $2,300. All these cards are going to be near mint on here unless they got damaged. And so there's a couple cards that only have one listing on there. This is one of them if you like the Kato. But like I said, I'm not buying any of these cards right now except the lower end cards, which I'll show you a couple lower end cards that are a quick snag. But this is too rich for my blood right here, especially when something just came out. Then Buggy, of course, the villain. This thing is starting to spike down. Somebody bought it for $3,400. Probably regrets that. Everybody buying these on the hype train should stop. I'm hoping that you're watching these videos and you're getting a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more tips and tricks of especially not buying when something just releases. If you have any tips and tricks for the strongest warrior collecting cards, what's your favorite card? Put it down below. I'm always willing to learn. I'll do anything to pick up these cards for retail value. So anything I learn, guys, I'll pass on. But we got some listings for $600. That's probably where the market should be on this card. These should be about $500, but so we have this is a little bit high. Somebody way overbought this card. So this is all these cards for me. Once I get them, never leaving the collection. Like, you couldn't pay me enough to get rid of these cards because that's how strong I believe in them. I think they're great assets right now and great collector pieces. Now let's look at some cards that are a little bit, we gotta scroll a little bit down. Let's see if we can find some cards under $100 that are Ooh, this Luffy card alternate art is one of my favorites in this set as well. We've been talking. This is one that we didn't know about until later on. They didn't leak this one till like a couple days ago, at least from what I saw. And this is definitely a great hit right there if you're able to pull that. I don't think that one's going to be as hard to pull. Then we got some more rocks cards, Shanks cards. Let's get under $100. Okay, so here we go. Here's where the money. Here's where people are going to sleep on here. So there's definitely a bunch of sleeper cards in here. Charlotte Linlin, one of my favorite out of the lot. This thing was up $200, now down to $80. Send in some offers. There's going to be a bunch of these lists. Look at the listings on this. This is where we're going to get some. So there's a ton of listings on here. So be patient with this card. $60 seems like a fair. So if you can get anything under $60, you're in the money. Send some offers in on that card right there, but that's one of my favorites in this set. The Rocks card, you can't go wrong with that. The Loki card, this is the first card I knew about from the Strongest Warrior. This is a must-have for me. There's listings for $40. Always try to go 20 to 30% off of what is in there. Surprisingly, I haven't seen any great Nami cards in here. That's weird. Or Nico Rob. Nami should be in here. Nami always needs to be in here. And then we have, oh, okay, this is a strong buy. This card right here, the Monkey D Luffy, this is the Strongest Warrior. Even though it's only going for $26, I see listings for $10. Let's go. Maybe you can even pull this card. If you don't have any luck the first week getting cards, go the next week. They restock, I believe it's every other week, but I'm still gonna check every week. So that's exciting, guys. This is a perfect buy right here if you are looking for a good buy. That's, yeah, need that. And then the Shanks card, another one. Handman, great cards in here as well. And surprisingly, this Luffy leader card as well, and then the Shanks leader card, they did an excellent job with the leader card. Okay, there's Nico Robbins. She got lost with all the great cards in here. So I believe you're going to be able to pull these cards. I don't think you need to pull the trigger and buy these cards, the leader ones in here, but if you don't have any luck the first couple weeks, I might start pulling the trigger. Those are the only cards right now, the lesser end cards, just to complete this set. These cards, these lesser end cards, just master set it. I don't think there's a lot of people wanting to master set it. I think more people in One Piece are investors in it, so they just want to buy the more popular cards and sell them and make us pay extra money for them. But I'm trying to master set all of these cards. So I'm picking up a couple ones here and there for a couple of dollars. I don't see anything wrong with that, especially if you can't pull some of these other ones. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to pick all these bad boys up, and then we'll go from there. So let's talk about some Target right now. So Target is very interesting when it comes to how they restock. So my Target restocks on Wednesday, but they moved to Monday. So I'm going to be at there's about 20 different Targets in my area within like 30 to 40 minutes. And so if you haven't got the pattern down, they usually restock in the morning time, and they usually are restocking the Funko Pop. So if you see somebody with a cart in there, you can even ask them to politely, like, hey, I'm just trying to grab some One Piece cards. Like, are you able to give them out? Sometimes they can take an hour to restock, but check your Targets. Usually Mondays for me, but then Wednesdays and Fridays sometimes. But then also your Walmarts. So Walmart, it's been pretty consistent that Wednesday is the day that they restock the strongest One Piece. So it's hit or miss. Some Walmarts are very competitive. There are some people at my store that are huge scalpers, so trying to get a pack is difficult because I'm only one person and you can only get 2 of each SKU per item. And so he will call up his buddies, and there's like 6 of them that go in there and clean it out. So you got to get there early. Sometimes if you get there the same day, you can get more One Piece cards. And then a sneaky pick, Dick's Sporting Goods has One Piece from time to time. 5 and Below has One Piece. Like, that's why you stay to the end of the videos. Go check your 5 and Below. Go check your Dick's Sporting Goods. Marshall, my wife found some at Marshall's the other day. Macy's, Best Buy, of course, they'll have something from time to time, but those, they don't usually get a lot in those days. But Let's check TCG Index 2 real quick. So in the last couple of days, Pokemon has maintained its health. Magic was going down. It was Dragon Ball that was actually second right for a little bit, and then One Piece is third, which I predict this is going to be in the next 2 to 3 years. One Piece is going to be number one over here. So they got some live picks. Since you've made it all the way to the end, let's look at some live picks right here. Dude, you can't go wrong with a Dawn card right here. So the black and gold Dawn cards. The Dawn cards are the hidden cards, or the hidden treasures in my. I think Dawn cards are excellent. And you can see how this card was at $10. Now it's doubled. And this has been less than 90 days. And so this is excellent health, medium liquidity. The strongest warrior is not going to be on here for a little bit of time. And it's probably not going to tell you to invest in it right away because it is insanely overpriced right now. But there are a couple sets that are gaining momentum. Awakening of a New Era is gaining momentum right here. That was released in December 2023. It is up in the last 90 days, 64% right here. So there's some opportunities. Let's see where the opportunities. So it looks like Nico Robbins, Nami, Paramount War. I don't think Paramount War has enough cards to justify it, but here's another one that's trending up. And then let's see what the top losers are. 500 years in the future, Time of Battle. What? Time of Battle is excellent. Wow. Okay, so it's starting to trend down. That might be a good time. So it looks like the three ones that are cooling off. It looks like the Time of Battle, Adventures on Kami Island, Extra Booster. Let's see, I think Time of Battle would be the one to buy now, and then maybe continuing to sell Awakening of a New Era as always. You're always going to make your money back on that one. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you can get cards out in the wild, if you have found One Piece cards somewhere out there in a different store, let us know. If I find them in different stores, because I do think One Piece is going to continue to get more popular. More stores are going to restock it like they do Pokemon. I don't think stores really, like somebody told me the other day, they left in the comments, Pokemon's way more popular than One Piece is. Sure, it is in the fact that it's globally more accepted, but that's because they print so much of it. If they printed more One Piece at the same rate that they did Pokemon, I just don't know if it would still be number one. I think One Piece, like I said, it is the number one out of everything. It is always gone. One Piece is always gone. Pokemon, obviously the newer Pokemon's always gone. Then the Naruto is always gone. I always pick up a pack here or there, but that's what I'm seeing in the stores, guys. So anyways, collect all them One Piece cards. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, guys, Jesus loves you. Peace. I'm out.